Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. While we wait for Facebook Live to kick in, I just want to give a shout out to my awesome V-neck that my colleague on the other end of this line picked out for me. While we wait for Facebook Live to kick in, I just...
That is so if you guys didn't catch that, Dave was so excited, he said it twice. And he was talking about his super awesome Out of the Cave Media V-neck that I got him. And funny story, when we started this, Dave was like, I don't wear V-necks. Why can't we get polos? And I was like, this is the 21st and a half century, bro. We wear V-necks nowadays.
And I said, bro, I'm not 30, bro.
And I said, bro, 40 is the new 30. And he was like, dang, you're right. And I was all like,
dang, I'm not even 40.
And then I was all like, shoot, I really messed that one up. And that's how I got the shirt.
Yep. So then when he pulled out all my clothing out of his bag, all my apparel, it was all V-necks.
Yep. I got him a bunch of V-necks and 2 yellow thongs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man thongs.
Probably too much for the airwaves here, but in the winter, you got to wear both pairs of thongs for warmth.
Yeah, because if it gets too cold, the thong just falls right off because you're shivering so much.
This thing went right off. This thing went so sideways so fast.
Yeah, this really went. We started off at a good ideas, and then we went downhill.
Oh, God. Well, let's bring this thing home. So, what episode are we on today?
This is episode 46 of the Almost Daily Show.
Wow, and we're talking staying in contact with former clients and how important that is.
Yeah, we find more often than not what happens in businesses is they have the client life cycle like kind of mapped, like 10% mapped out maybe. And then when a client cancels, it's either a really bad thing or they cancel and they just never hear from the business again. And you're missing out on a huge opportunity just because they canceled doesn't mean that the client's going to be gone forever. The client's never coming back, or you shouldn't contact the client anymore. What it means is you now transition from a position to where they were paying you. Now they're not because of something that happened along the way, but you still have the opportunity to nurture them and stay in front of them in case they need your services again, or in case they feel like they need to come back because they really like what you do and now they realize they like afterward.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest client or sale to make is your existing clients. And then the second easiest would be any former clients, right? It's so much easier and cost effective just to all the people that you have come across you over the years. And this kind of goes back to the relationship marketing experience that we do. It is, the whole thing is about just educating people, right? And communicating with people. And you're not trying to get new clients. You're just trying to talk to everybody. You're trying to nurture your existing clients and your old clients and potential new clients. It's all the same thing.
Yeah. And what you want to do ultimately is you just always want your brand and what you're doing in front of them. So they're always aware of where you're at, who you are, what's going on, what's new in the business. They feel like they're connected to you guys on the emotional level. They feel like they're part of your story. Even after they cancel, they need to continue feeling like they're still part of your story. Like they need to get content delivered to them that says, hey, we know you were with us for a while. We really miss you. Hope you're having a good day. If you ever want to come talk to us again, we're always here for you. Here's a couple of things you can use while you're gone. And then any questions, let's talk, or something like that. But you want to make sure you're in front of them. What you want to avoid is just like randomly sending them out like discounts and coupons and stuff like that. Because what happens is like people don't get addicted to free, but people do get addicted to discounts. And if you send them discounts, they're going to be like, oh, 20%, I'll come back. And then when they have to pay full price, chances are they're not going to pay full price. Or if you're not in like the gym industry and you're selling products, you're going to get them addicted to when the sales happen. So they're going to wait for that, come back to participate in the sale, leave again, come back, participate in the sale. And this is why Groupons and stuff like that don't necessarily work as well, especially for trying to get people who were part of your gym back in, or who weren't part of your business back in to see your business. Yeah,
it's I think a big thing is do you want to be treated like you're a just buying product, or you're not important? So when it's not a personal contact and you're sending this out to people and you're saying, join now or buy now, they get that stuff from everywhere. They don't want that from you. What they want from you is, hey, Chandler, it's Dave, just checking in. How's the family? Just making sure life's good. No agenda, happy birthday, whatever it is, right? No agenda. That could go on for years. And then later on, maybe your product is right for them 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. Maybe they moved on and they're trying competitors' stuff. And then they come back around after 10 years because of the relationship, and you never treated them any different, which is so important, right? We're in business. So we're building relationships, but you can't take things personally as a business person or a business owner.
Exactly. And this comes down to the processes that need to be mapped out. So when a client cancels, you have to have this developed and set up. It's not some like mythical thing that's not going to happen. You're going to get people who cancel. So what you need to do is you need to map out how this works, what the strategy is for how it's going to work. Then you need to map it out, what the flow looks like. So how do they move across it? How do they transition out? And how do we keep them happy? And you need to look at this from not only your side of keeping the business okay, but you need to look at it from the client. Potential things that are going to upset them. What are potential things that can ruin the relationship at this point? And how do we make this the easiest transition? And how do we help them to leave happy and even potentially refer to us as they leave?
Yeah. So you just touched on something big. Just because someone left your business doesn't mean they won't refer people to it if their experience was great. It might not work for life. Maybe their interest change or product change or whatever it is. But if you treat them with respect, and imagine this, someone left your business and you didn't make any more contact with them. You didn't do anything. You just justified why they left your business. You didn't care about them in the first place, and you want to make sure that you're just always nurturing them long-term. There should never be an agenda. You should always come from a position of you're just trying to give them information and help and keep in touch and make sure everything's good, right? I'm always offering, can I help? I'll offer people that have been members 10 years ago, they're moving. I'll shoot them a message. Do you need any help moving? Like whatever, right? Like I'm just here to help. I just want to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when you're in a relationship focused industry, like any service industry, you're going to people are probably going to friend request you on Facebook. They're going to continue following your pages on social media. They're going to do a lot of these things, and you can make notes like so-and-so commented like, hey, I used to be a member. Throw out a comment that says, hey, we totally miss you. Thanks for the great comment. How's everything going? And now you generated a good conversation with them on social media as well. So you should be familiar and pay attention to that kind of stuff. And if your CRMs are set up right and you're making correct notes in your Facebook pages, because you can make notes and tags of clients and former clients and all of that stuff, if you see someone comment, you should be able to click on them and see what interactions you've had with them and whether or not they were a client. Then you can respond and comment in kind and make sure it's seemingly personalized, because people want to feel like there's a personal connection, because we're moving into the age of everything's a bot, and then bots are built for everything. Bots are responding, and people really like to talk to another person, and they don't want to talk to them on the phone anymore, but they want to talk to them on social, and they want to email back and forth, and they want to message and do all those things. And they feel like that's the way they should be engaged.
Right. So what do you recommend, Chan? So if you're a small business owner and you're trying to keep in touch with former clients and nurture them long-term, is it tools-based? Is it service-based? Like what do businesses do that can help them?
I think the key is when you're trying to maintain contact with former clients, you have to have it developed as a strategy. So it has to be like, okay, they canceled. Now we need to set them up to go into an email campaign, and it needs to drip an email to them like once a month, or a newsletter if you do that weekly, or a digest of your content so they can continue consuming that. So they're going to get that, probably a monthly digest organized in that way, where you're just giving them value, keeping what you're doing in front of them, and they're just continuously consuming it and excited about it. And then I would set up in your CRM as a trigger, like once every 3 months, to just shoot a text over or call that person, or respond, or a reminder to send an email out to that person. So that way, and you'll know how they want to be contacted if you have your system set up front. You'll know, do they want text, email, Facebook, whatever they like to do. And so whatever that is, you set the tasks to tag you and say, hey, follow up with this guy. He used to be a client. It's your 3-month checkup with them. Just give them a call, talk to them, see how they're doing. invite them out for coffee or something, whatever you need to do to just build that relationship and keep that relationship. And if you do that right, they're going to see that as super unique and super special, because what other service industry asks their former clients out to coffee and pays for their coffee, or shoots them a text and just say, hey, we miss you as a client. How's everything going? Can we help you with anything? You want to approach them and say, hey, how do we give you value without selling? We're not really interested in selling you because you were a client of ours in the past and we still care about you. And so it comes down to have an email solution that has something drip to them, because you're a small business owner and you're not going to have time to do this for hundreds of thousands of people. And then at the same time, have some sort of task management solution that's going to tag you and task you with following up with them every 3 months or so. So you're reminded to do it. And these follow-ups, they need to be personalized. They can't be automated. So you're already going to have newsletters and stuff that are more general. But now these follow-ups need to be specifically oriented towards that person and the notes you took with them, and really provide that value and create that special bond.
Yeah, I think that's important. And then to take it to the next level for everybody, and this is the relationship marketing stuff, is all your content that you're producing in your business, it should be just, it's not, we'll say it over and over again, it's not client is different than former clients are different than potential clients. You're just trying to communicate to the world some value, right? You're trying to have people understand who you are, what you're all about, put content out, have people like it, be a part of your story. And that's what social media is, right? All your former clients, existing clients, potential clients, they all get to see and participate in your business and your culture. So do a good job with that and think of it that way. You know, every time you put something out, you are communicating with former clients and they are able to stay in touch. So do your best not to burn bridges and, you know, take it personally when they leave and, you know, unfriend them on Facebook or remove them from your email list because, you know, they had a bad experience in your business or something. You know, everybody has bad days. Theirs could have been when they left your services, you know. Give everybody a chance to come back.
Yeah, that's a good point. More often than not, because service industries are so close to the clients they work with, they get upset or butthurt or whatever about a client leaving. But what it really comes down to is you need to make sure that that relationship is always maintained. And a lot of the people we work with have Facebook groups where the clients have a big place to interact and talk and spread ideas and a lot of that stuff. And one of the questions always is, should we remove former clients from our Facebook group? And we tell them, no, keep them in there, because they're still going to be interacting with that community. They're still going to be talking to that community, and they're still going to feel like they're part of that community, though they're not quite in 100%, which is going to ultimately pull them back in eventually, because they're going to miss that interaction. They're going to miss the people involved. They're going to miss you. And if you're the same when they cancel, then before they cancel, they're going to think like, okay, maybe I'm not just a number with these guys. Maybe they do really care about me. They're still talking to me. They're still emailing me. They're still texting me every once in a while. I'm in the Facebook group. They're answering my questions. And you're ultimately building that need around the client that says, hey, I really do need this place. I canceled because I was in a bad place. I didn't have the finances. Something went wrong. But now I'm in a position and I'm going to go back and I'm more excited than ever.
That's right. You know, and this goes across for all service type businesses. We see it in massage, acupuncture, physical therapy, you know, whatever it is. It's you want to make sure that your clients and former clients they're all treated the same, all treated with respect. You're taking an approach of helping and giving and, you know, nurturing the relationship. That's what your job is as the owner, you know, and if you do it right, you should have a pretty rewarding business and career.
Yeah, exactly. And so the key takeaways from this are you need to make sure that you don't burn bridges, have your process for cancellation mapped out and systematized from both your point of view, your team's point of view, and the client's point of view. Make sure everybody's happy. And then once you're done with that, set up a task management solution to send out a newsletter to them whenever you're going to send out newsletters, and then have a task associated with following up with them to remind you to do it personally about once every 3 months or so. And at the beginning of the client experience, you should already have them had filled out something that says what's your primary method of contact or your preferred method of contact. And they'll have on their phone number, text message, Facebook Messenger, email. And nowadays what we're finding is everybody wants to talk on Facebook Messenger or text message, and even Instagram Direct is big now. One of the things we have a lot of clients in now that I'm seeing is Instagram Direct groups. So you put all your clients in an Instagram group, especially if we have a younger crowd and you're working with these guys. It's put them all in the Instagram direct group, and you still have that contact method outside of Facebook. So keep those, make sure you're following up, keep them in your Facebook groups, and then you should be set and good to go to always be in contact with these people.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go contact former clients now.
Me too. Hey,
might as well.
Call former clients.
I love it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We obviously enjoyed ourselves again, and we can't wait to maybe do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we have such a good time. It's such a great experience, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. One thing we're starting now that you guys should probably check out is we're looking for people who want to contribute content to a publication we're starting. We want to share stories of business owners, entrepreneurs, people who understand sales and marketing from the relationship perspective, even relationship experts if we know someone who's in academia. So if you want to contribute to it, join our Facebook group and then look for the link. And I'll
Excellent.
Put it in the notes as well. All right.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Later.